Apple just dropped something that could shake up the entire creative world. And it's not a new iPad or a Vision Pro, but this time it's a subscription. No, wait, I know, I'm tired of subscriptions too. But this one promises something that no other massive hardware company has ever done. It's a new subscription and it's called Apple Creator Studio. This is Apple's bold new subscription that challenges Adobe, Affinity, Canva, and it might even change the way that we work as creatives. So let's break it down. This is Apple Creator Studio. Essentially a single subscription that gives you access to a curated suite of Apple software. It's Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro, which is really interesting, Motion, Compressor, and Mainstage. And also enhanced productivity for software that we know, like Keynote, Pages, Numbers, and Freeform. Yes, Freeform. Apple is pitching this as bringing studio-grade power to anyone making video, or music, or graphics, or presentations, all in one place across all of your Apple devices. So you really should care about this if you're in the creative industry at all. We're talking about full versions of big guns. Final Cut Pro. It's a top-tier video editing software with new AI-assisted tools like transcript and visual search. Logic Pro, basically fully blown DAW with smart features like Synth Player and Chord ID. Motion, Compressor, Mainstage. These are extras for effects, exports, and gigs. Pixelmator Pro. It's Apple Pencil friendly and iPad ready image editor. We have been wondering for a long time what Apple's plan is with Pixelmator Pro, and it has now come to life. This seems to be a very viable Photoshop competitor, as they're saying that you can add a lot of layers, and these layers could be shape, text, video, and image layers. So it's like the basic functionalities of Photoshop that you would find here as well. But it's obviously more optimized for Apple, especially if you're using an iPad, because it's very Apple Pencil ready. And it seems like Apple is also adding a stock library that they call the Content Hub. And from the stock library, it seems like you can find images of different aspect ratios and of different transparency settings. So it seems like a really interesting approach to it. So they're trying to create an Adobe stock competitor as well. And they're boasting that they're going to have a lot of themes that you can create from, so it's also competing with Canva. Plus, Apple has now partnered with Google to enhance their AI capabilities, and these are showing now in this software. So there are new premium templates and AI-assisted upgrades to Apple's productivity apps. But what makes it different to when a company like, for example, Autodesk creates a similar subscription is that Apple has a range of really powerful hardware, and this is Apple's own software. And we all know how good Apple is in merging software and hardware together, and that's what makes this exciting. Here's the cost breakdown. Monthly is $12.99 or $129 per year. But also, if you're a student or an educator, you get it for as low as $2.99 per month, or about $30 a year. Or if you buy a new iPad or a Mac, you can get this for 3 months for free, which is great. And also, the subscription is enabled with family sharing, so up to 5 other people can enjoy the subscription as well, which is really nice. So if you share the same Apple ID, you can potentially share this with your friends and family and split the already low cost. So if you compare that to the other big subscription, Adobe, which costs around $70 per month, this is seriously disruptive pricing. By the way, you can still buy all of these softwares as a one-off purchase. But with a subscription, you get extra features. For example, with Keynote, Pages, Numbers, and Freeform, you get them with every Mac anyway. But with the subscription, you get access to the AI features, and you get access to more features than you would if you didn't have it. And that is one of the first things that Apple is doing to monetize AI so far. So Apple is now trying to build the workflows, not just creating a suite of apps. With this subscription, they're promising that you can go from one software to another software to another software seamlessly, basically similar to what Adobe is trying to make. And also AI tools can scrub footage by speech, auto-generate music elements, and optimize presentations. Yes, I know it generates music. Just ignore that. So Apple is really trying to close that feedback loop from ideation to creation. So you can shoot, edit, grade, score, and layout all in one subscription, in a suite of tools that talk to each other, running on devices you already use every single day. So now basically they're expanding their ecosystems from the hardware and services ecosystem to now the creative ecosystem, and that part is new. So is this the end of Adobe? I don't think so. Let's not rush to conclusions now. Adobe's ecosystem is very enriched. It has decades of development behind it, especially in pro design and motion workflows. But for the new generation of creators, so students, indie filmmakers, indie musicians, Apple Creator Studio is very tempting. And it's a really strong pull if you're already in the Apple ecosystem. I'll be doing a deep dive into each one of these software when they first come out. It's scheduled to come out on the 28th of January, so if this has earned a spot in your brain today and you want to see that breakdown, please subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what do you think? Will you be subscribing? Or have you had enough of these subscriptions already? In the meantime, thank you for giving me the chance to occupy your screen today.